Most screamers think they're stuck because they're not practicing enough, or they assume they just haven't found the right exercise yet. But after coaching thousands of people, I've noticed something else entirely. The thing that actually keeps people stuck isn't effort, it's the habits their body is running on autopilot. Because if your body keeps repeating the same pattern, it'll get very good at that pattern, even if that pattern is the reason you're not progressing. So I'm gonna go over several fry screaming habits that keep you stuck. Habit number 1. One of the most common habits I see is people trying to avoid effort while screaming. A lot of fry screamers believe if this is correct, it should feel light and easy. So the moment anything feels intense, unstable, or demanding, they pull away. But effort isn't a red flag, it's a part of learning. Think about trying to learn to ride a bike. At first, you wobble, you tense up, you overcorrect. An experienced rider looks relaxed, but it didn't start that way. And when it comes to screaming, when you constantly back off too early because you're trying to make it light and effortless, you never apply the right amount of squeeze and push to even reach distortion. So what you need to do is you need to give yourself permission to squeeze and sort of push and even do things that cause tension in the short term to find the distortion. And once you find the distortion, then you can kind of back off and then optimize for comfort. Once my student Alex stopped treating effort like danger and allowed it temporarily, his first fry scream showed up super fast. Habit number 2. Another sneaky habit is letting breath drive the scream. If your fry scream sounds whispery, airy, or quiet, breath is doing most of the work. So to break this habit, the foundation has to change, and you need to use voice instead of breath being the base. So instead of you need to use voice. So when my student Jordan stopped letting breath lead the scream, it immediately got louder and more controlled. Habit number 3. Another habit that traps people is staying in one vocal register. And for a lot of people do it in this sort of nasal, sort of upper talking voice place. And people find that one spot that feels safe, and then they never leave it. But fry screams aren't just limited to one vocal register. Yes, they can exist up here, but they could also exist down here. And they can also exist up here. And they can even go higher than that. So remember, fry screams have multiple different entry points. My student Chris stayed in one familiar register because it felt predictable. But once we explored using different vocal ranges for him, things clicked almost immediately. Personally, I learned this very low chest-based talking fry first. And once I learned that, then it made every other variation easier later. So focus on whatever register comes easiest to you first, and then after that, you can work on the others. And by the way, if you feel stuck and you can't tell which habit your voice is running on, I've got a free training that breaks down multiple fry scream approaches step by step, and it also shows you how to get free live feedback from me. And if you're interested in talking about lessons, we can do that too. So links in the description. All right, next habit. Habit number 4. One of the most deceptive habits is doing vocal fry. And getting stuck doing that. So many people are told start with vocal fry. So every time they get lost, they reset back to it. But vocal fry doesn't exactly train for fry screaming. It's like trying to learn to sprint by practicing walking faster. Same limbs you're using, and it sounds almost like they're related, but ultimately they're two very different types of muscle engagements. So vocal fry is loose and blubbery. Fry screaming requires much tighter closure and compression. Once my student Sam broke the habit of using vocal fry and trained compression and tightness directly, the fry scream unlocked without needing vocal fry at all. So as a recap, if fry screaming feels stuck, it's usually because one of the following habits. 1, optimizing for comfort. 2, letting breath lead the sound. 3, staying in one safe register. And 4, resetting to vocal fry instead of training compression. And remember, if you feel stuck, it's probably not because you need to practice more or try harder. It's because your habits are protecting you from discomfort and keeping you in your comfort zone instead of guiding you towards progress. And awareness is the first step to breaking them. And if you want to help identifying which habit your voice is stuck in, reminder, I've got a free training link below that walks through multiple different approaches and gives you access to free live feedback from me. All right, take it easy.